With a Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. Shifts by him. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year of the NFL now.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. To the air is Rattler. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Let's go. 10 black.
Rattler wants to throw it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
Here we go. Yellow, 22, stand, go.
Here's Rattler. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Third and 4.
Come on, set. Blue, set.
Now Rattler. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Hilton, the man to break up the throw.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
52, ready, go.
They'll go. Here's Rattler. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And in recent seasons, he's really elevated his game and become one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL when he's out there leading his squad. He completed over 72% of his passes last season, which led the league, and he's looking to be even better in this season.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10 at the 30.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Here we go now on first and goal.
Another Dolphins first down.
They'll run. Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on fourth down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane.
Jason Sanders kicking off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First down, New Orleans.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 23.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
First down.
Here we go. Here we go.
They run it again with Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Rattler. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now. Malik Washington deep for Miami. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good for a Miami Dolphin. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
We're probably just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. We're
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Here's Tua. And the Saints pressure gets him. One down for a sack.
By Chase Young. A loss of 11 on the play. It's now second down at the 33-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that nearly intercepted. Was incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Kool-Aid McKinstry there defensively.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They complete it to Hill. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal at the Saints 2-yard line.
Achane trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Achane once more. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Working to put a drive together. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down, Saints.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
From the shotgun, Rattler. Under pressure, they got him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, first and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time, they had it fourth and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down in position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's second and 10.
Get ready. 10 black.
He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And taken right at the 35. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Saints are going to take possession here at at their own 47-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. Kamara up the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Yellow.
Back to throw. Cooks on the quick slant. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 30.
From the gun, here's Rattler. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, New Orleans.
Rattler working out of the gun. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. But he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Wow, this one is getting out of hand early. They had a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. There's Chris Olave. He's still on his feet. Chris Olave, touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 76 yards. And the Saints are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go ahead.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
44, ready.
Tua, a final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott? All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
And going deep for Hill. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. And that'll be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 75 yards. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. looking to put a drive together. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
A gain of 7, and the Saints first down.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he stopped immediately there.
Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle. Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To the air is Rattler. Olave holds it in.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First down, Saints.
A give to Kamara running right.
He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 6.
33. Check, cut.
Now Rattler.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll go to the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here's Rattler.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
McKinstry there defensively.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Tua going to throw. They'll roll him under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Back to throw here. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. A Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready, team.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop to throw it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
7-3 kick. 7-3 kick.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa.
That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly gave it an attempt. They had a diminutive receiver like this running through the land of giants in the middle of the field, but they couldn't find enough room to get him the football.
Off the play action, Tagovailoa.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Tua on 4th down.
That is caught. Touchdown. Tua finding his old Alabama teammate, Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll pound it up the middle with Camara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receiver?
It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice game. A big pickup of 38.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Y'all can't talk about basic. We money, more Power Rangers. Mine also dangerous. Y'all tough down Rangers. Don't get caught in the matrix.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Play action, now it's Tua. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sign of relief.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Ready.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Ready. Ready, team. Slam.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Darren Waller, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Sanders now to have the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders now to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Throwing is Rattler. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7.
Rattler wants to throw it. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is taken at the 18. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
On play action, here's Tua. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
It's now second and
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Alontae Taylor on the coverage.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Chase Young getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Tua. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago. Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this. Ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Again, it's Kamara.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The offense on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 9. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack adds insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
At the 44-yard line.
All right.
Here's Tua. Gets this one to Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Called that a very strong gain of 24. And that's going to do it. With that last throw, he surpasses Norm Van Brocklin's mark of 554 passing yards in one game, set more than 70 years ago, way back in 1951. He's had help from his offensive line and his receivers, but this has been an incredible. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one. Sanders now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Quick move by Miller. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final? Drive in a lopsided game like this.
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Set, ready. 45.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 3rd down and 10. Now Rattler. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now we'll get whistles, and they signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, football fans, as we get a look inside a Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, two NFC South teams set to tangle. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're underway in Atlanta. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out have the Falcons for their first possession. And they're brought out by the 8th pick in the 2024 draft. Out of your alma mater, the University of Washington, Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game, but he took a beating. Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that background,
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
that's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack. While the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Oh, Penix lost it, and the Buccaneers scoop it up. And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown. The Buccaneers parlay the turnover into a lead. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with the lineman a lot, quickness, right? It's usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. McLeod now returning it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive.
At their own 28-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play, but whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again.
And he'll go down. The Bucs brought pressure and got him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was.
It's 3rd and 12. Penix here from the gun. His first throw is an interception. And the Buccaneers take over after the interception along the 23. Well, great team defense here. Somebody hit him in there, caused that pass to float on him a bit, and it gave the linebacker time to race in and make the interception.
And you know what team stands for, right? TEAM. Together, everyone achieves more. It took all of them together. Took that rush to impact the quarterback. It took that linebacker to deliver on the other end, a critical takeaway.
Here comes their offense to begin this series, and leading them to the field, as always, is the QB.
I firmly believe the NFL is better with quarterbacks like Baker Mayfield in it. His teams, they just embrace his feisty, chippy attitude he plays with. They also embrace the production he's shown. Massive new career best a season ago with 4,500 yards and 41 touchdowns.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing again is Baker. Brought in close to the 8. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Irving does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
He gets it again. And he will not get in. The defense holds.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch.
And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 13-0 lead. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. McLeod now returning it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Penix out first down. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
On second down, Robinson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And the Falcons will have a first. New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, here's Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Shotgun snap again to Robinson. Hop on the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he'll go down. The Bucs brought pressure and got him. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
This defense could not make a bigger statement out of the gate with this game. Man, the lead up to a ball game, trash talk. Right, things said in the paper, bulletin board material, whatever it is. This defense took something personal, Kate, and they are taking it out on this quarterback.
Little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So the Buccaneer offense getting out there for their second drive. And they were not blessed with the short field they got on their prior drive. This one is a world away as they begin deep on their own side. They'll run this with Irving. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
And 4 at the 17-yard line.
Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's got them quite the game here, partner, as he finally is brought to a stop.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw here, Mayfield. Completes this one to Otten. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down, here's Baker. Got for big yards on the right side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Baker throwing again. Got his target, it's Otten. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the Falcons' 6-yard line.
Play action. Here's Mayfield. And they will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers take a 20-zip lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 21-zip already.
Falcons, nothing. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. McLeod now returning it. Jukes out a one-stop. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but Sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
At the 38-yard line.
Another carry for Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, Penix. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Penix working from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. That one intended for Drake London. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and it's incomplete.
And the end of that return, Brock, also brings us to the end of our first quarter. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. The Buccaneers leading so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They'll take over here following that punt to end the first. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. On it to the yearly, picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22.
Baker now from the gun. This one's taken in by Otten. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down, looking to throw. Mayfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Throwing again. It's Mayfield. Down to the 44-yard line as he nearly picks up the first. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
Once more, it's Mayfield. That's caught for the first. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers were running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself with a gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB, and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there. When you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Trying again, following the sack. Finds the in route complete. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Fields this clean at the 30. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Play fake, it's Mayfield. He gets a lock behind one, deep downfield. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
A small little jab there, finally landed by the defense, able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long.
Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but plenty of damage already done. The early returns on the stat sheet have been good so far, partner. He's off to the exact kind of start they were hoping he'd have.
Yeah, you can just feel the rhythm, the timing, the tempo, and that ball is zipping all over the field.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. To throw, Mayfield. This one falls incomplete.
And I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Baker now. That's complete, Mike Evans. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers blowing them out now, 34-zip. Mike Evans with the touchdown. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Buccaneers continue piling on to this lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Agnew on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing